Welcome back to our biomass class, where we're delving deeper into the fascinating world of conversion of biomass resources into heat and power. This video was made with the support of InnoEnergy. Remember that this biomass energy course has 9 lessons. Lesson 5 has an introduction and several videos that go deeper in some applications of biomass combustion. After the introduction, let's continue with the combustion systems for buildings, which has 2 parts. Burning biomass produces heat. This heat can be used in very different ways. For cooking, for space heating, for producing domestic hot water, or for power generation. In this video, we will only analyze heating applications. Let's tell you a story about biomass utilization for heating in buildings. Sant-Joan-de-les-Fonts is a small village of roughly 3,000 inhabitants in northern Catalonia. There are several schools, a sports center, and several small industries. Maria is a young politician that has been recently elected as village mayor. She is committed to the national plan for the implementation of the 2030 agenda in Catalonia. This plan includes the commitment to foster the energy use of forest and agricultural biomass. For this reason, she has organized a conference to inform citizens about biomass utilization in buildings. Maria has invited Jane, a junior engineer working in a company promoting and installing biomass-fueled systems.
Jane, tell us first, what types of biomass feedstock can we use for heating in buildings?
There are 3 main types of wood fuel that you can use for heating buildings: logs, wood chips, and wood pellets. Logs require little processing except for drying out. This process can take up to 3 years. After this time, logs' moisture content should down to about 20%. With this moisture content, logs burn hotter and produce less smoke. Logs are usually cheaper than other types of wood fuel, but they need more space for storage and can only be used in manual feed boilers or stoves. Wood chips are made from forestry thinning or from untreated waste wood. Chipping can be made in the forest or in storage facilities after drying. Wood chips are typically used in larger heating systems such as those found in schools or blocks of apartments, because they need an easy access to lorries, as well as a large silo for storing wood chips.
And what about small household systems? Is there another alternative to logs and chips?
Yes, of course. You can use wood pellets. Wood pellets are made from virgin wood or from byproducts such as sawdust, and have a low moisture content between 8 to 10%. Therefore, pellets, they are more energy dense than logs or chips, and require about 1/3 of the storage space. Their uniform shape makes pellets ideal for automated systems.
Thank you, Jane. And what about the types of equipment?
Let me first differentiate between traditional and modern equipment. Firewood has been used for cooking and heating for centuries. I'm sure you've ever seen a traditional wood stove, like those used by our great-grandmothers, mainly in rural areas. While this type of stoves are still popular in Eastern Europe for simultaneously heating and cooking, designs have evolved in the past few centuries to increase their thermal efficiency and to facilitate biomass handling. However, 80% of the wood energy is lost. Therefore, this is not the efficient and environmentally friendly solution you are looking for. What you need is a modern stove or boiler. The efficiency of a modern boiler can be over 90%. Additionally, modern stoves and boilers generally operate automatically. What is much more comfortable for users?
Okay, Jane, please tell us the difference between stoves and boilers.
Yes, of course. There are 2 main types of biomass heating appliances: stoves and boilers. The selection depends on the needs you have. In general, stoves provide space heating for individual rooms. If you also need hot water for the kitchen and bathroom, then you need to have a separate boiler for heating water. Stoves can burn logs or pellets. Stoves' heating power is usually around 7 kilowatts and have an efficiency of between 60 and 80%. On the other hand, boilers provide whole house heating and hot water. Therefore, they are larger and more industrial in design. We can differentiate them by the type of biofuel they use. Domestic log boilers range from 20 to 50 kilowatts and are stoked by hand. Domestic pellet boilers usually range from 10 to 50 kilowatts and often incorporate a pellet hopper, which automatically feeds the boiler with fuel. Chip boilers are most efficient for larger systems, let's say for more than 50 kilowatts. Therefore, they are generally not suitable for individual domestic properties. Some biomass boilers are designed to take a variety of wood fuels, including logs, chips, and sawdust, and they might be viable if you have access to a range of different wood sources. Wrapping up. Biomass can provide heat and domestic hot water in buildings. Installations can range from a few kilowatts for a single room to several hundreds of kilowatts for public or community buildings. The stoves only provide hot air for heating. Boilers provide hot water for both space heating and domestic hot water. Equipment can be fed with logs, wood chips, or pellets. The selection of fuel depends on the size of the stove or boiler, the availability of local supply, the price of biomass, and the space available for storage. In general, log systems are fed manually, and wood chip systems require access of lorries and a lot of space for storage. For this reason, wood pellets are becoming more and more popular. In all cases, ask your supplier for sustainability certifications.
Please watch the part 2 for knowing more about types of installations.